Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, kaya sa sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pagaw, ay hinatang tula, tawid sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iinggit, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hey everyone, welcome to your third webinar. And as we mentioned earlier, we have two topics for this morning. The first one is occupational safety and health standards in the Philippine workplace. And the other one will be first aid in the office setting. So these webinars are tailor-made for you since you are already on the workplace. You have already placed yourself on as an OJT student. So let me present the first presentation. Okay, for a while. Okay, so shall we start? So good day, everyone. Today we're going to discuss about OHS, which is occupational health or safety, health and standards in the Philippine workplace. So this topic is very important because it focuses on protecting workers, ensuring safe working environments, and complying with the national laws. So this is especially relevant for future professionals like you who will soon work in the various industries. So occupational self or Occupational Safety and Health, or OHS, refers to the set of policies, procedures, and practices that ensures the safety, health, and welfare of workers. Its main goal is to prevent workplace accidents, injuries, and illnesses. So, for example, in an IT company, proper workstation setups help prevent eye strain and back pain, while in schools, safety ensures students and teachers that are protected. So, the legal basis of OSH is guided by several laws. This includes Republic Act 11058, also known as the OSH Law, the Dole Order 198-18, which provides its implementing rules and regulation, and of course the Labor Code of the Philippines, which also support worker protection. So these laws ensure that employees follow safety standards and that workers are protected under the law. Our main objective of OHS is to ensure the safety and healthy workplace, prevent accidents and occupational diseases, and promote awareness among workers and employers. For example, school implements safety protocols in the laboratories while offices promote ergonomic practices. The scope and coverage of OSH applies to all workplaces in the Philippines, whether public or private. This includes government agencies like DTI, private companies like BPOs, construction sites, factories, and even educational institutions. Now let's talk about the duties of employers. So your employers are responsible for ensuring a safe workplace. This includes providing proper training, safety equipment, and hazard-free environments. So for example, IT companies provide ergonomic chairs, proper lighting, while DTI offices ensure safety layouts and emergency exits. So wherever you are bound to know about the safety precautionary measures within the workplace. Now, what are your duties and responsibilities? So as workers, you have also responsibilities. You must allow safety rules and regulations, the proper use of equipment like PPEs and other um, facing hazards. So, for example, if you notice some exposed wires, it is your duty to report it immediately to your supervisors. This ensures have hazards or accidents. So the workers have rights to know about the workplace hazard, the right to receive proper training, and the right to refuse unsafe work. For instance, if a worker is asked to perform dangerous tasks without proper equipment, they have the right to refuse. So for workplace hazards, there are different types of workplace hazards. Physical hazards like noise and heat, chemical hazards like toxic substances, biological hazards such as viruses, ergonomic hazards like poor posture, psychological hazards such as stress. So for example, the PPO workers may experience stress due to workload, while factory workers may face heat exposure. So you have to know these hazards so that you prevent uh, dangerous accidents and you can not contract diseases. So personal protective equipment or PPE. So PPE or the for short for personal protective equipment includes equipment like helmets, gloves, goggles, masks, and safety shoes. If not, uh, if I know that you are assigned to different companies and organizations, so you have also to know about proper equipment. If ever you'll be able to assign on different tasks. Safety signages are also required. These are for warning, for mandatory provision, prohibition, or emergency endeavors. Safety signages help prevent accidents by providing warnings and instructions. This includes warning signs, mandatory signs, prohibition signs, and emergency exit signs. Say, for example, you have to know the exit door of your workplace, so if ever a fire occurred, then you'll be safe and you'll not be harmed. So take note that emergency preparedness is better than none. Every workplace must be prepared for emergencies. This includes having fire safety plans, evacuation procedures, and first aid readiness. So, for example, schools and offices regularly conduct fire drills to ensure everyone knows what to do during emergencies. So, for OSH programs, organizations implement OSH programs such as safety training, health monitoring, and risk assessment. So, your company, for example, can conduct seminars and provide wellness programs to promote employee health. Now, let's talk about the role of safety officers. As for the safety officers, these are your doctors or nurses or your first aiders on your working environment. So, safety officers play a key role in implementing OSH standards. They monitor compliance, conduct inspections, investigate accidents, and train employees. So, large company usually have designated safety officers. As I've said, these are your nurses and your doctors. Other than that, they may be your paramedical personnel. So there are also penalties for non-compliance of occupational safety and health standards on your workplace. Failure to comply with these standards can result in serious consequences. These include fines, work stoppage orders, and legal liabilities. For example, unsafe establishments may be shut down by authorities. So the importance of OSH is to protect lives, improve productivity, reduce cost, and promote a positive work environment. Healthy employees are more productive and motivated. In conclusion, OSH is a shared responsibility between employees and workers. So our reference are, of course, your Republic Act 11058 and the Dolly Direct Order 19818. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. That ends our first part of our webinar. Okay, let's move on to our second part, which will be your first aid in office settings. So let me present the slide. As future IT professionals, you will be working in office environments where emergencies can still happen. So it is important to be prepared. First aid refers to the immediate care given to a person who is injured or suddenly becomes ill before professional medical help arrives. In the office settings, first aid is important because even simple accidents like cuts, fainting, or electrical shock can happen. As OJT students, your role, you may not be medical professionals, but having basic knowledge can help save lives. In the Philippines, workplace safety is guided by occupational safety and health standards. That's our first topic, our OSH. Employers are required to provide a safe working environment, including first aid kits and trained personnel. Whether you are assigned in the office government or government offices, IT company, BPO, and other offices, safety should always be a priority. Now let's talk about common office emergencies. First of this is fainting. So these are the most common office emergencies: fainting, nalipong, cuts, burns, or electrical shock. So if you will notice, this seem to be minor, but if not handled properly, can become serious. For example, a simple cut can lead to infection if not cleaned immediately. So IT specific accidents, these are the most basic computer eye strain. Number one is the most computer related risk, and it is the most common. So back pain is due to the poor posture and possible injuries from electrical devices. So what we're going to do, you have to check first, ensure, and assess. So nahon nyo is to check, then to ensure the safety, and to assess the situation. Of course, you have to assess the victim. The basic step in first aid can be summarized as check, call, and care. Sa check na siya. First, check the situation and ensure safety. Second, call for help or emergency services. Third, provide appropriate care based on the situation. Now, the most important thing about first aid or to instruct first aid is to keep calm and do not panic. So, muna sa students, that is the very basic thing that you have to do. You have to stay calm and do not panic. Now, what are the first aid essentials that you um, must have in the offices? Okay, the first aid kit is essential in any office. Take note. It should include items like bandages, antiseptics, gloves, and burn ointment. As OGT students, you should know where the first aid kit is located in your assigned workplace. First aid for cuts. For cuts and wounds, first clean the area using clean water or antiseptic. Then apply antiseptic and cover it with bandages. For burns, what you're going to do is to clean the area with running water for several minutes. Then do not apply ice. Take note, hindi pwede nga may ice kay mahabok na siya, students, as it can damage the skin further. After cooling, cover the burn lightly with clean cloth or dressing. For fainting, if someone faints, lay down the person and elevate their legs. Loosen tight clothing and ensure proper airflow. Then most people regain consciousness quickly, but monitor them closely. Okay, so you have to take note of this. Now, doing this, based on experience, based on personal experience, before you kamo guys ano, loosen tight clothing. Ipangbuksan nyo ya ng bayo ka na faint, ka na lipong. Take note lang, you have to ask permission from the person. Maskin lipong conscious guys. Maano lang, for example, kung babae, abi nalipong, lalaki ikaw, And you know that the first aid for fainting is loosen tight clothing. So you have to ask permission, no? Sa babae or sa lalaki man nga ano i-loose nyo ana nga clothing kay it might be nga man-an yun duman siguro, no? The border for sexual harassment is very thin line. So you have to ask permission from the person before you can do the first aid. Take note lang. So first aid for electric shock, ano brahon? In cases of electric shock, never touch the victim directly, no? Because they still are in contact with the source. So what you're going to do is turn off the power supply first and then assist the person and call for help. So this is very important in an IT environment where electrical devices are commonly used. Okay man gani. Ang ano lang kinalain ka electric shock today and electric shock before is that if you will notice, ang electric shock tulad is kung makatandog ka mo ka outlet or open wire, nagatabog ka mo, no? So because ang electricity tulad is reverse ana nga ano nga flow. Hindi pareho karang una nga kung tandugon nyo yung outlet or makuryente ka mo, matapik ka mo. Hiti positive ang flow ka current. Nowadays, sa mga power outlets or power distributors, yaandang distribution ka power is negatively flow. That's why, if you will notice, matabog ka mo. Pero just in case na matabo ang electrical shock, don't panic and follow the steps. So, ano brahon? Turn off the power source, avoid direct contact, and call for help. So, hindi nyo pagtandugon nga direkta students, ha? Base kanimo masaylo ya kuryente. For emergency responses, in any case of emergency, always report the incident immediately to supervisors or safety officers. You have to follow the office protocol, including evacuation if necessary. So proper communication can prevent further harm. So prevention tips. So as they say, students, prevention is better than the cure. That's why maintain proper posture, take regular breaks, and use equipment safely. Okay, so for example, um, bilog ka mo do nga adlaw naga-computer. So masakit sa mata. That is called an eye strain. So to overrule your eye strain, guwa ka mo anay sa workplace. Kag ikisap-kisap yung mata nyo or ipuyong nyo anay it makadali. Or sometimes, ang ginabuhat namon ta sa school, gagwa kami sa workplace tapos yung mga mata namon ginadirekta namon sa mga green nga color. Kung ma-notice ninyo sa school naton, puro green niya palibot. So, okay gawa. Naga-reduce the eye strain. If not, take a break. Kisa, puyangan nyo anay mata nyo so that you'll not experience eye strain. Okay? So, amo malang daya, students. So, let's talk about the role of BSIT OJT students. You have, as OJT students, your role is to be aware, responsible, and proactive. Report hazards, assist when needed, and follow safety guidelines. You are part of the workplace, so your action contribute to overall safety. For this part, we can have a short activity or demonstration. Pero I think the video I prepared was not fully conducted. Do hindi siya mag-play students. You can prepare ko nga demo. So, for first aid, I think you have a basic knowledge pa lang, especially kaninyo, no, sa iban, guro nga leadership training. I think may ara ka mo nga mga demonstration for uh, first aid. So, in conclusion, first aid is basic knowledge. Sometimes it's common sense. and it is even essential in office environment. Now, being prepared can make a difference in emergencies. Take note. Remember that safety is important in everybody's responsibility. Okay, so thank you so much. Then we'll talk about more of first aid uh, after the presentation. Okay, let me end the presentation so that we can have a more proper conversation. Okay. Do you have any questions, students, about first aid? And if not, can you tell me about stories on your company or your workplace sa OJT ninyo? Yeah. So far daw wala pa man kamo naka ano sa mga emergencies nga manatabo kaninyo. So far why mat it may nalipong kaninyo or sa mga imaw ninyo sa workplace? Or do you have any incident about ano lang, first aid or proper OHS, OSH? So take note, OSH again is Occupational Safety Health Standards. Ang OSH actually gina-impose sa workplace gid. And sa mga TESDA accredited schools, before ka mo mag-start ka training, gina-discuss pa dang OSH nga daa. Kanaton man sa school, so dapat especially sa mga hardware related na subjects ninyo, like for example, networking or data communication, kay ma'am nyo ni kay sir nyo Dave. Ang first nyo dapat nga gina-discuss kada dyan sa laboratory is the OSH or the Occupational Health Standards, no? So far daw ay man kita amo kada nga natabo sa lab, although may dyan nga instance na may natabo nga tong nanimaho, dumduman ninyo pa karang second year college kamo. Ako dumduman ko gito. Naga-laboratory kita, tapos nagpanimaho ang laboratory. So it's not because nga may BO, but because faulty ang electrical wiring nga nag-attach sa na prito toko sa aircon ang balinigo kundi ang mga electrical devices natin, especially ang mga gina-plug naton, sometimes nagkakapalya man da kay hindi sa standard mo, and sometimes mga China wires bala. So especially ang mga UPS kag ang AVRs, so nagpanimaho dato because nga may open wire. So, ang natabo, nanimaho, that is ang first nga indicator nga kung hindi nyo da pag-tap naon, masunog ya laboratory or may spark na maano kay short-circuited na, basta short-circuited ang wire or na-expose sa humidity, ano gid siya, masunog. So, ang natabo kato, patay, gin shutdown niya lab, gin off ang kagin unplug datong AVR, gin islan ka bag-o. So far daw amo man lang dato yan natabo. Kung man-notice ninyo, ang laboratory natin is equipped with fire extinguishers. So fire extinguisher is a must in the workplace. I don't know in your area of responsibility if may mga dapat man ninyo no mga evacuation plan kundi nabutang ya exit ninyo, kundi nabutang ya just in case of fire. And ang isa pa linog, no? I I I don't know if you experience linog karang nagligad lang dayan sa Iloilo. Naga-OJT ka mo kato, di ba? So during sa obra, if na-experience ninyo ang linog, then you have to go to the fire exit, no? As naga-drill man. Kung naka-drill ka mo sa earthquake drill, di ba you have to keep calm and go down the building, no? So naka-earthquake drill gid lang kita diyan sa school po. Kag ang dato ka fire. Okay, very good. Anigo. Kay I know, I think sa Capitol common day ang earthquake drill kag ang fire drill. I think permi the sanda naga-drill dayan hay kung if you will notice ang design ka Capitolio, the White House Ay sa center may corridor. Tapos naka ano siya, daw bilog bala ang sa center. Daw mall, ano na. So pareho sa SM City lang, anong pabilog ang design. Tapos ang building daw pira ka bilog, apat. So kinanglan gid man da dyan ninyo earthquake drill ka fire drill permi. Kaya ang structure ka building gin design para palabog kay pala horizontal siya. Although taas siya, daw pira ka floor, 5 or 6 floor, pero ano malabog. I think yeah, the only problem that I can see during emergencies kung mas stuck up ka mo sa elevator. So do ka di malas dugid ta na kada no kung mas stuck up ka sa elevator. Kaya you'll never know during earthquake or fire kung ma-open or operational di kung hindi. What if kung matrap ka sa sulod? So that's why I think you should avoid mga closed places during emergencies. So never go to the elevator during fire. Never go to the elevator during earthquake. Kay ka budlay kung base ano ka mo alangan kag ano hindi doon kagwa buhi. Okay? For occupational safety ano, I think kung tama dugid ka ano nga hindi anong workplace ninyo, you're allowed to say something to your immediate supervisor. Like for example, i-assign ka na sa mga mainit na lugar. Otherwise, ano ang trabaho mo timo sa mainit na lugar? Way ka man guro nagasaka sa mga poste kag nagapainit, no? What I mean is kung wala at aircon or ano, kay ang heat index nato daw tama gid kataas, no? So I'm not saying na ma-prima donna kamo sir, ma'am, dapat sa office ako kay ma-aircon ako. Hindi ta mo da. What I mean is you have to protect yourself from danger in the workplace. So if you can sense danger, then you can actually um, know by common sense na malikaw sa danger. So mo da. Okay, so may dyan pa kamo guys ng experiences about ano naprito yung toko sa aircon. Oo. So amo da. Um, for first aid naman, I think sa first aid, though wala man kamo siguro serious nga ano gid nga medical emergency may ara. Di ba before ka mo i-deploy, gin medical check-up man kamo no? Tikon may mga asthma kamo, asthma bla, hindi nyo dapat i-take for granted because asthma lang da matuod pero hindi ka doon ka ginawa. So what if may expose ka sa ano sa mga environment nga nagatukarya asthma mo. Like for example, i-assign ka sa mga lugar nga marapit sa kalsada. Ti syudad ta nga daan da gaagi tanay sarakyan. Although nga mahal gasolina tulad kay ti duro man gyapon yung ano sa kalsada. Siyempre, kung marapit sa kalsada, iaso ka sarakyan, asmahon ka gid eh. So, one better way, kung manan mo i-assign ka sa field, dara ka pangaman, dara ka face mask, dara ka panyo. So, face mask is not enough. Sometimes you ano, ang face mask no gamay lang gid ang makover na nga area sa face ninyo. Kag kung kisa hindi man kasara ka pollution. So, you have to bring a handkerchief. Or better yet, likaw ka mo sa lugar nga may amo kada. Likaw ka mo sa mga lugar. Man mo dugid nga mahon ka o mapa-assign ka tuya sa amo da. So, you have to tell your ano immediate supervisor. Okay, other than that, I think on first aid, when you're, I don't know if you experience choking while you are eating. That's the one emergency nga hindi nyo gid ano guro, ma-foresee. Nami-nami kaon nyo sa Jollibee. Di sa sobra mong kalipay, dang nagakaon mo sa Jollibee, ang Jolly hotdog la. Yung hotdog nga dako, ano siya kung tag drag ko na sa mga pieces. Hindi ka man bata, pero nalipat mo nga i-chew ang hotdog, tinatulon mo gulpi, nag-choke ka. So ano himuon kay imaw mo kung na-choke ka. So, and basic things, no? Manan nyo ang first aid sa choking? Okay, the first thing ano guro is to feel the choking sensation. Kung pwede nyo malang makuot yung hotdog sa puwak na himua. Paiti kung nagpa-daos-dos panaog, mabudlay na sa buhaton. Tinaga ano na siya, ang air pipe na gina-cover ka, gina-obstruct ka object mo kung na-choke. Okay, the better way to first aid of that is to hindi nyo siya pagpabatangon or ano ha, um, kadto ka mo sa likod na kag oh na it's the better term is the Heimlich maneuver according to Inigo. I-ano nyo Heimlich maneuver. Manan nyo paano nyo mag Heimlich maneuver? Okay, the first thing is to tap ang likod. I-tap nyo siya ang likod niya. Hindi siya ang kamot aliman nyo bala i-ano nyo daw puyo-puyo. Hindi nyo pagampakon kadang palad nyo iampak masakit daya. I-ano nyo dang yung puyo-puyo kapalad i-amo nyo ka daw. Ay daw dang fingertips nyo bala parapit kag i-tap ang likod. Kung hindi i-Heimlich maneuver nyo. I-Heimlich maneuver is i-hug nyo siya sa likod. Then pisgaon nyo yadang surok-surok na. Hakwaton nyo kag pisgaon niya dang surok-surok na hasta nga ano magwa ya object sa baba na. So gapunga-punga dada. Gapunga-punga dada yon ya bata or ya imaw nyo. Tapos kada idupra na daya ng obstruction. Tiya mo da. Na ano ang nakaagi kami kadaya because ang bata ko natabo da ngayon ng hotdog sa Jollibee na choke sa. So amo da imo ninyo guys i-Heimlich maneuver nyo na. For burns, first aid for burns, I think hindi nyo siya pabayaan ng burning sensation. Okay, let me tell you something. This happened 1 year ago lang. Nag-road trip kami pakadto sa isa ka beach resort. Pag-abot sa beach resort, kundi nagmotor lang kami. Hindi lang ko maghambal kung sino imaw ko. Pero nagmotor lang kami from San Enrique going to that place. Okay, sa beach, sadya-sadya, bakal uring masugba ka isda masugba kadang ano da tawag ang daw gamay balad ang ano shell something ti amo to ti para mag-start ka fire kakalayo ano imo nga insat nga natuipan ang daya gasolina ka motor da hindi ka mo guys magsindot ka uring gamit gasolina ha kaya gasolina tama ka volatile ti pag ano nyo palang ka lighter may buwal gid especially kung nialiman nyo na anuhan ka gasolina. Ti karon nag ano gin ano day ano gin ano nang dayad ang gasolina sa uring. Nagsubo-subo ya kalayo. Nakibot ako. Ya to ano man ya imaw namon nga na affect ka kalayo ng pag-ibuwal ka kalayo man ana dugid nga dang ano beach dato ti ano imuon mo kon may fire sa beach kag na ano ikaw ti iligid kaw iligid mo sa presence of mind lang iligid mo natural sa dang baras para nga hindi mag ano kalayo di ba hindi pwede nga magsubok ato ka ano sa baybay matuod tubig day apay pag ano mo ya sunog ka lawas madugang ya hapdi na asin mo. So mayad lang natapna pero ya dughan na nga buta ka bulbol sunog pati ya kiray na sunog ya idang anang mayad lang ya face na wala na deform ang buhok na sa ulo nasunog man. Hindi ka mo guys mag ano gid ka gasolina nya i-start ninyo sa uring ay delikado gid na katama. Okay. So some more, I think may dyan ka mga stories about first aid. I think ng mga during leadership training, first aid is one topic na gina-discuss ka ninyo. So paramedic lang. Way ka mo pamangkot party sa nalunod or na ang mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Kamaan ka mo kada maghimo. So during the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, that's the last resort if kung nalunod imaw. So ang amo kaday is one basic training nga ginapasar dapat sa first aider sa Red Cross. So one of the processes that you have to do is to make sure that the victim will lie down in his belly. Then after that, you try to push the diaphragm. And of course, you have to give him air through mouth. Hindi man pwede nga gamitan nyo kadang ginagamit nyo sa dang karito bala. Nga hindi pwede. Kay ang bibig katawo, tama ka wide, hindi pwede dang sa goma. So, gina-push nyo yung diaphragm na for several seconds. And then you have to give him air so that siya. Kung mag-respond, nyo sa kilid. I-roll over nyo siya sa kilid niya. Then, para magwa ang tubig sa baba. Then, makaginawa na siya. Okay? Okay. So, do you have any questions, students? Or do you have any experience about occupational safety, health, and standards, and of course, first aid? Okay, no more. Do you have experiences that needs first aid? Okay, so uh, our will be fourth webinar will be on I think April 12 ata, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So April 12 ang fourth webinar naton. Our guest speaker na accept na niya is from DTI Region 6. Our guest speaker is, I think, Miss Grace Miares. I still have to give her the letter sa regional office ka DTI. And then, so that siya na lang ang last naton nga guro nga speaker. Pero makadto pa kita guys sa field trip naton sa ano sa Bureau of Fisheries, no? So sa BFAR, makadto kita sa BFAR. Instead ka webinar, ang last naton will be field trip na lang with the speaker. So though hindi na siya webinar, seminar na gid, no? About sa IT processes na ginahimo ka BFAR. Kaya ang before that, may speaker kita in the person of Miss Benedicto na ka naton party sa DTI sa consumer rights na naton. And paano nanda gina-revolutionize ang e-commerce sa SME through ICT. So that is kung negosyante ka mo pareho kay Celia, I think interested gid kamo siguro sa mga processes ka DTI, no? Who knows, after graduation hindi ka mo mag-employ, mangin SMEs man kamo, owners sa mga businesses bala. So I think that is a very good topic. And then the last topic will be on BFAR. We'll try to understand how their ICT systems can monitor or track or facilitate the tracking of implementation of fisheries code na paano nanda ginadakop yung mga naga-dynamite fishing na through GPS and satellite tracking, kag yung mga IT devices na datuya. Kay may mga servers na kag so pwede kamo gali reminder if maka-field trip man kita sa BFAR. Lantawalan ninyo yadang systems nanda bawal gali kuno mag-picture kada dyan na. So hindi ka mo pwede students ka take picture sa andang server kag sa andang nga mga setup sa system nanda. Pwede lang ninyo kuno lang tawon kag ask questions about network nanda kag ano yung mga processes. Okay, so that will be a good thing that we're going to look forward sa duwa pa naton ka meetings sa ano na. And then students, i-ano ko gali kaninyo within this week, i-grade ninyo sa midterm. No? Siyempre, may grade ang nakapasa lang ka narrative reports. Okay. Now, please uh, open your camera for attendance so that we can take note of uh, kung sino yung absent and yung present kaninyo sa okay. So you are 34. All in all. Okay, dali lang gid. I-ano ko lang ha. I-open ko man ako ng camera. Kag ano. Okay. Hi, hello. So, sige. I-ano ko anay. Adjust ko lang yung view naton para full screen. Kag makita yan ang itsura ka mga ano ninyo. Open picture in picture. Eh, wait lang. Ano natabo sa okay. Dali lang students. Medyo may technical problem lang. Adjust your view.
Upod lang kami ni Julian, sir, kay wala ko load.
Oh yes, okay. No probs. Basta yan, tsura nyo dayan sa ano. Yan yung tsura ninyo sa oo. Okay. Na. O sige. Okay. Ready? One, two, three. Smile. Okay. Um, dali lang. Full screen. I-ano ka na I-open ko na yung Word para nga ma-copy paste ko to yung pictures ninyo. Wait lang students. May ya kalaban. Okay. Naka-record gali webinar niyo subong so that I can upload it again to the YouTube. So if ever you wanted to come back to the discussed topics, you may do so. Okay, so again, picture, smile, full screen. Wait lang, adjust ko lang yung ano guys ha. Kaya naka-automatic, dapat naka-tile. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sige. Na, ready, one, two, smile. Okay, sige. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending your class for today. Um, okay, everything will be accounted for. So, you may, exit our class na. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you.